I will literally die on this hill. It's so easy to get a guy obsessed with you.
So tired of nothing changing. This is exactly what you need to do to have them come crawling back.
Only do this method if you want that person to come crawling after you, be so obsessed with you.
If you want him to be obsessed with you, I am talking cannot eat, cannot breathe, cannot sleep without thinking about you. You need to do this.
Okay, before we start, I want to give credit to Miss Weiwei. She made a video in her 7 Deadly Sins series, and in the Pride episode, she said something that stuck. She said Pride has people acting obsessed with themselves, and she called out the girl using the witch label for attention. But most people use this label not knowing what it truly means, not knowing what the consequences of it are. Because witchcraft nowadays is just marketed as cool with no consequences. Everything in life we do has a consequence to it. So big shout out to Miss Weiwei once again as she inspired this video. And you guys can go check her out. I'll link her in the description box below. Okay, let's talk about it, because some people are really summoning demons just to get attacks back. It starts with this real spells, obsession spells, making love you forever spells. You broke up with you, get over it. On the surface, it's cute, funny, crystals, candles, glowy lights, but it's also a business, right? You're not just watching content, you're being sold a fantasy to keep your soul trapped on the hollow earth, whilst others make bread by using your energy and resource. Like, you need to get that in your head straight up, because if you are not understanding that Witch-Tok or witchcraft has become a business to sell you demons and both to extract your money from it, then I think that you may not be living or understanding. Witch-Tok has 8.4 million posts under it, 1.7 being love spells, being Obsessed Talk's biggest contributors. We live in a world where we're constantly bombarded on other people's love stories, whether we like it or not, okay? And then now these days we hear like, oh no, I just put a little, something like pee or pubic hair in his drink, and then he fell in love with me. He's my mindless zombie, because a mindless zombie is now better than a person's free will. My editing sucks, but let's move on, because you're scrolling at 1 a.m. through these product sellers said about a guy who hasn't texted you back, and boom, a video pops up on how to get them back. Not fixing your attitude or talking about it. No, you just need to buy something to fix it, right? That's like your literal whole point of it, because, oh, I'm buying it because it works. I'm buying it because it works. It's a product. God would have wanted me to do this. And then they put God's name. And then they put even like gods which they've never ever met, their names between it, trying to convince me that it works. I don't care if the product works or not, because most of them, let's face it, don't. If they did, these people would have fixed their own family situations a long time ago. Let's be honest here. Like Super Secrets over here. At first he teaches you methods, and then you like, oh my gosh, I trust this guy. I see that he has over 300,000 followers on TikTok. It must be a joke or something. You look at the comments, you believe it works, you win in a bottle will get him back, and you think, wait, is this real? Is he serious? And before you blink, he's selling you a product. Then suddenly you're convinced love can be bottled at all costs. And all you have to do to buy that, you have to lose your self-respect and your integrity and pay with your PayPal login account, right? You believe it's real because he did real magic that one time, then put it in a can for you to buy. Tell me, is there something wrong with us? Then we have the Riz, Then we have the Rizzler, right? Over 100,000 TikTok followers. He got bloodline roots, yo. He got bloodline roots. This is why he can do witchcraft so easily, seamlessly, you know? Smooth voice, talks like he's your best friend, but he's low-key walking you into a ritual. He's got fam and grandma who taught him the most basic love spells ever with the paper, but he knows you'll end up trying it at home at the end. Because he's got that smooth model, yo. He's the Rizzler, the smooth talker of witchcraft. He can get you. Because he knows all he has to do is just look at the camera, convince you that his spells work, right? Because he knows that you're gonna fall for it. And then do the Zara model thing for a sec. And then action, baby.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I got a freezer spell that works. And if you got a problem with somebody, you can handle that motherfucker. Not physically, but spiritually. You know what I'm saying? This spell was passed down to me from my Haitian grandmother. And it works. And I'm giving it to you. And I want to say thank you to all the people who've been liking my shit, following me, sharing my videos. I appreciate that because, you know, I put a lot of work into this shit. I've been doing magic since I was 13. I'm 26 now. You know what I mean? My family been doing it. This shit goes deep.
Do I believe that he does witchcraft? Yes, most of these people, I do believe that they do it. I'm South African. This is done like everywhere. It's like, it's become a normal daily routine. You wake up on Louis, and then you just, you just accept it. But the thing is, for me, what makes the Rizzler dangerous in this case, it's not because he's trying to sell you a product, right? What makes a Rizzler dangerous is that he convinces you to feel like you've been chosen to receive it. Because curiosity is what drives most people to try things, right? We try things that are out of our comfort zone, which is okay. But then sometimes they're just those things that you don't try at all. Because whatever demon he's summoning and whatever demon that you're summoning, they can be two different things. The face cards now, right? Which are the It Witch girls, right? The It Witch girls, they're like a covenant, but they don't really like each other. The face cards are the It Witch girls. They are whole aesthetic and era. They don't cast spells. They believe that they are the spell. At the same time, teach you to cast a spell. Confusion. Most of them have a Tronin aesthetic, which pulls teen girls and young women easily in, right? They don't just cast love spells but market themselves as irresistible forces. You know, like their boyfriend broke up with them last week and then they still tell you this is what you do to get him back. This is the spell you use to get him back, whilst that guy has been gone for 2 years of their life and they still didn't get him back. Then they just tell you, oh, you like nature? Oh, then you are a witch because you're beautiful, you know? Then you are a witch. Then you're like, oh, I'm not accepted in any other caste, so maybe I am a witch. Not even knowing what the true definition of a witch is. You're fucking 12 years old. What do you know? Even when I was 14, I was so confused about a lot of things, but I denied it.
Careful using this method because you will make that person obsessed with you. Doesn't matter if you're no contact, if you haven't spoken to this person in years. It doesn't matter if they literally don't know you exist. I've tried this and it has worked every time.
Trust me, repeat after me. He is addicted to me. He craves me. Everything he does reminds him of me. No matter where he goes, no matter what he does, no matter who he's with, he's always thinking about me because he adores me. And everything always works out for me. Follow for more.
Oh, my boyfriend is not taking my calls. Oh, my boyfriend ghosted me. Oh, somebody snatched my boyfriend from me. Have you done the sugar love spell?
Alright, so I'm going to teach you guys how to do a love spell. I'm going to show you how to do it, how it works, and why it works. So what you'll be needing is a piece of white or pink paper and a black.
It is always the beautiful girls. Like, even in horror movies, I believe that they show us, it's somehow always the beautiful girls who have the most insecurity because they have, I guess, the face cards in which they have to live up to the standards. But teaching
let's
these
make him
type of
obsessed
love
with you.
spells
Let's make him
and
think about you,
obsession,
and
like
let's
you're literally
reprogram his
obsessing
subconscious
over the
mind to
person you're
believe
trying to
that
make
you
them
are so
obsessed over
worthy.
you. You're the obsessor, you're the stalker. Like Soma Chhaya over here, this video got 2.4 million views, over 200,000 likes, to teach basically young women and girls on how to become stalkers. Let's face it, this obsession stuff and casting a spell, it's giving stalker vibes. She is a good actress, right? She's so beautiful, but like, why? Is it like idolization problem getting your man to worship you? I don't know.
To make somebody obsessed with you. If you do, follow this spell. So write your name.
Let's talk about blood and magic. Our blood is a direct source to our vitality, to our being, our soul. Think of holy water. Think of blessed water. Think of oil. The same way you can use those things are the same way that you can use your blood. You can use your blood to anoint an amulet, a petition. You can draw sigils with your blood. You can put a few drops of your blood on a candle. Blood is known for speeding spells up. It can make things manifest quicker. But remember, every time you do blood magic, especially if you do it for love, which I do not recommend, I am not telling y'all to do blood magic on people. You did not hear that from me. You need to have access to the same blood to perform counter or reversal spells. Keep that in mind. Be careful, be cautious. Every time you do this, you're giving away a piece of you. Be mindful. I do not recommend blood magic for small matters or petty matters. Think of your bloodline. We're not putting drops of our blood on a candle just because somebody cut you off in Target. You shouldn't even be at Target right now.
You manifest a specific person, and here's how you cast a love spell on them. I'm just kidding. Why would you do that? If you are forcing a specific person to be in your life, like you're constantly manifesting them, or you are desperate enough to do a love spell, here's the dangers of this, and I'm warning you right now, because I've been in the spiritual game for 5 years now. In life, there is a thing called the red string of fate. This is very true. Before you come onto planet Earth, you sign certain soul contracts with certain people. This is why some of you feel like when you look at a person, you're like, oh, when you know, like that's my future husband or that's my future wife. It's because the energetic signature is there. Now, if you keep trying to force a specific connection with a person who, let's be honest here, like if they wanted you, they would be there. They constantly reject you, they're emotionally unavailable, and you're trying to manifest them, you're trying to do a love spell on them. You are obstructing the universe's red string of fate. Let me tell you why. This person was likely not meant for you. They're just not for you, period. They were contracted with another soul to be together. And when you are forcing them to be with you, or you're forcing them through a love spell, which is even worse, you have now just caused a ripple effect in time-space continuum. Yes, it's that serious. In which if this affects them and they come towards you, they have nullified or completely destroyed their contract with the other person. And now you get to have them. But the thing is, the universe doesn't like it when you play with its energy too much. And we've all heard horror stories of people casting love spells or voodoo or stuff like that, and then they get their ass kicked later on. Let me tell you a very shocking story I heard from a friend. This was during her childhood, in her neighborhood. There was a man who was extremely in love with his wife. They had a happy family together. He was a handsome man, she was a beautiful woman. Nothing wrong with their relationship. There was a new woman that moved right next door to them. Not very attractive, kind of, didn't upkeep herself. Also didn't have the best personality, was a little bit weird. This man showed no interest towards this new neighbor. Up until one day, he randomly left his wife for her. He just became obsessed, enamored. Divorced his wife, destroyed his family. But the thing is, love spells can only work for so long. Manifestation rituals can only work for so long if it's not meant for you. One day, the cops were called, and there was this whole ruckus outside. And come to find out, this man murdered the neighbor. Because now they were living together, they're now together. He murdered her, and I believe she was pregnant as well. This is because he told the cops, I found a voodoo doll of me, and she was doing a love spell on me. She casted me inside a jar, and that's when the spell broke. And I realized I still love my wife. What am I doing with this woman? He was so confused. What am I doing with this woman? she's not even my type. She's not even a good person. And it ended up in a tragedy because now a person's dead. He's going to prison for life. The wife lost her husband, and her kid no longer has a father. This is what I mean by do not mess with people's free will. Do not do manifestation, love spell rituals without proper knowledge. In general, just don't do that at all if you're trying to obstruct somebody's free will. If you really want love in your life, manifest the person that is best for you, that will love you the most, not a specific person. Because sometimes it is limerence. We are obsessed with a specific person, not because we think we truly know who they are, but we're hoping that that's who they are. So ladies and gentlemen, have a little bit of more self-love and self-respect. There's love all around us. You don't need to have that specific person, because what if they're not meant for you?
My thoughts and a story. Let's start with the story first, right? The tale of Morgana's spell from Arthurian legend. Morgana grew up feeling invisible in her own home. Her parents were distant. Her siblings barely acknowledged her, and she longed for warmth and connection. That's where she found an old book of spells and discovered a ritual that promised to bind hearts together, like getting back with the family connection and all. She performed the spell under full moon, whispering words of enchantment over candlelit circle. At first, it seemed to work. Her family became unusually attentive, showering her with affection, but soon their love turned into obsession. They refused to let her leave the house, constantly watched her, and their emotions became overwhelming. What had started as a wish for love turned into a curse of suffocation. Realizing her mistake, Morgana sought out a way to undo the spell. She learned that love, when force, becomes twisted and unnatural. With great effort, she reversed the enchantment, restoring balance. Though her family returned to their normal selves, right? Morgana had learned a powerful lesson. True love must be freely given, not conjured, right? And I feel like this goes to kids as well. Kids, when they scroll through the internet and they see that stuff, they're those kids who just like say bullshit, those ones who want to try it out of curiosity and stuff like that. And then there are those ones who are so vulnerable that they want to fix their families up, right? I mean, trust me, there are people who do witchcraft just for the sake of, like, if they don't think that they know hell exists, they know that heaven exists, but they think that they're the middle point of it all, that they can do whatever they want and stuff like that. But kids are the most vulnerable ones to all this, right? We usually don't think about the impact of them when we do stuff. Right? I also don't think I think I was very selfish, and I'm trying to be less selfish, self-centered, I guess. Yeah, I wasn't let's move on. Yeah, but like it comes to a point where like children, this manipulation is a way to also get children so that they open those portals, because you need pure blood to open something new, right? Or to open something dangerous. So it's easier to use kids to manifest these things into the physical world so that we suffer here on earth whilst they don't know what they're doing. And a quick note is that in Wicca culture, which is like the witchcraft culture, is that there's something called the threefold law. The threefold law states that anything that you do, positive or negative, shall come back to you 3 times. And these people not telling you that should tell you something, because they're supposed to give you warnings. Once you accept that warning, it means whatever consequence that is going to come with it, you accept it. But blindly accepting what they're saying and doing it is playing with the tricks of God. And you don't want to do that, because you're going to bring not just demons in your life, but unknown spirits from other worlds. And once they take over your body, your soul, your spirit, they keep you trapped. You don't want to get trapped, especially on Earth. Do you want to get trapped where your demon is eating lunch with your mom whilst you watch him cry in the mind because you're trapped in the hive? And when you're trapped, even if you die, they're not bearing anything. and not burying your soul to rest in peace, because you were never there in the first place. And what these people are teaching you is just pure destruction, self-destruction, because at the end of the day, the only person you're gonna hate the most is yourself. And in life, you should learn how to move on, learn how to heal. If let's say you need to contact that person just to heal inside, then do it. Then say sorry, then try to move on, slow steps if you have to.
Guys, the Etsy witch told on me. Like, I bought a love spell and I literally, like I said, the guy's name, like his birthday and stuff, and she literally DM'd him on Instagram and exposed me. She sent him screenshots of everything I said.